Welcome everyone. My name is Nikki, and this is your reading for the 24th of June to the 30th of June. This is the extended version of the reading. I did a mini one over on Instagram. Make sure you go check that out. But I will be going over those initial messages and energies here on YouTube. So if you're hearing it here or even on the podcast, know and trust that I will cover all of the bases and you'll be very well taken care of. Now, of course, as always, if this resonates, if it lands, make sure to let me know in the comments below. I'd also super appreciate if you shared this video and this episode. And of course, if you want to book a private reading or even your own 30-day forecast where I go into deep depth around your next 30 days, the details for that will be below. Okay, now the first thing I want to do before I start to get into the messages is pull your mystery card for this week. Now I will shuffle, I will pull this card, and I will set it aside. You do have the invitation here to predict what might this card, what might this message be about. A good exercise in trusting your own intuition and even just tuning into what messages do you need to hear and receive this week. And whatever actually comes up and through for you, whether it relates to this card or not, trust it, lean into it. It came from somewhere. All right, so this is the Wildwood Tarot, and we're just asking for a single card to be our mystery card today. I'm not looking at what it is. You can't see it either. And we're just going to put it over here. Okay. That card might be a confirmation. It might be a final message. It could be the cherry on top, or it might be an additional insight that the rest of the reading doesn't cover. We won't know until the end. So wait until then. Now, the cards that came out in the initial reading, that's what I'm going to go through first. They were very interesting. We had the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands. The messages that were really stepping up and speaking up in this is, who is this reading for? This reading is for those of you out there who are wondering, why isn't my dream coming to fruition? I can see my vision. I can connect with my vision. I know what I want. I'm ready to create it, to make it, to be there, to feel it, to sense it, to see it. And yet it constantly feels like either I'm behind, I'm not on the right path, or perhaps you're simply sick of seeing everyone else in their celebrations and it feels like that's not for you. Maybe because you haven't yet found the right thing for you, or perhaps you think you are doing the right thing. You know it, you sense it, you see it, and yet the evidence, the 3D reality of it isn't manifesting, isn't actually coming into your reality, and it's getting a little bit frustrated. Or you're getting a little bit frustrated, it's getting a little bit frustrating. Today, we're going to work on helping you get into tune with not just your vision again, but turning this Ace of Wands upside down, right way up, and giving you something to grasp and work with. If it's resonating, make sure to let me know. Now, I then asked, okay, so if this reading is for people ready to start, making progress, taking action, seeing success, having things come together, what do they need to know? Let's clarify what is getting in the way of this. What might be tripping you up on this path? And also a little bit of a reality check on why this is happening. Because even when we have struggles in life, we can choose to look at it through the perspective of that's the reason it's not happening, or I need to learn this, I need to see this, I need to process this, or I need to respond to this so that I can get back to where I want to be. Happy, healthy, wealthy, growing and flowing. So the two sort of clarifying cards that came out, we had two powerful cards, the Fool and the Tower. Both of these cards are big energy, big wake-up call, like in case you were worried, in case you were wondering, what is happening is significant, is necessary, and is part of your path. Even when life sometimes feels like it doesn't make sense, if we were the universe, if we were goddess, if we were God, if we were, higher self, truly getting higher perspective, we would be able to see how all of this is working together, how all of this is connected. But, we're these pesky little humans in our little flesh suits, and we don't see the bigger picture. Sometimes we get glimpses of it, but day to day, we have absolutely no clue what's going on. That's not a problem. That's okay. It is just our sense of control and safety that wishes we had all the pieces. But genuinely, you just need to trust yourself, allow yourself to trust the universe, allow yourself to follow your whims, go with the flow, listen to your intuition, tune into channels like this that give you that insight, permission, perspective, and examples of how to do that, and keep heading in the direction that feels most expansive, that feels most good. You might currently be on a path of building something in a way that makes very logical sense, very linear sense, and on the surface, society, family, friends, co-workers, colleagues, they approve. Yep, that's logical. Yep, that's the way it should be. Traditional, mainstream. Yep, that's what we're doing. And yet, this linear way of thinking needs to come crashing down. Not because we just burn things to the ground for no reason, but if it's stopping you from feeling free, if it's stopping you from actually enjoying your life and the process and the season that you're in, then clearly the structure or the expectation that you're currently operating in does not serve. Let's look at these two cards together. Very different energy. It's almost like two sides of the same coin. And often when let me delete that. Let me explain this in another way. Check in with yourself, like hand on heart. Do you want to build a structure, a box, a tower, and then just climb up there and live in it forever? Or is your soul, is your heart, is your higher self craving freedom, adventure, newness, wonder, happiness? Like genuinely check in. Do you want to build yourself a box to live in? Or do you want to free yourself from the shackles, from the box, and go and just explore and figure it out? If you're here, if you're resonating, if you're still listening, this is the truth of you. This is the truth of all of us. We are here to experience. We are here to live. We are not here simply to find the first box and stay in it, or spend our whole lives climbing a ladder and then going, well, I either keep climbing or I climb down. This is expansive. This is fun. This is freedom. This is loyalty to self, soul, source, universe, all the things. Scary. Like when I do readings, and this is like kind of a bit of a joke in the tarot world, the Tower card comes out and people freak out. But really, like, yeah, visually that's scary. But this is what most people are running from. Most people run from freedom. Most people run from living a life of curiosity and uncertainty. Because this sucks, but it's safe. This is fun, but it's freaking scary. This person, you don't know what's going to happen. And you can choose to freak out about it. You can choose to get really freaking excited about it. All right, let's pull some extra cards today. At this stage of the reading, I invite you to just do a little bit of a self-check. What's landed? What's resonated? Why did I need to hear this today? Ask yourself those questions. Apply it to your life. Get a bit curious. And I'm a sticky beak, so share it in the comments. We're going to use the Work Your Light Oracle to clarify. How do we choose the scarier, but our soul knows is the righter path? How do we be the fool without feeling foolish? How do we be the fool without feeling foolish? Two cards landed on the edge of my table, and I just saw them slowly slide. But I caught them. Ooh, it's three cards. How magical. So how do we be the fool? without feeling foolish, because that can kind of get in our way. So the first card is play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. If you've been living a very logical, structured, linear mainstream life, like many of us are taught to do, and many of us do, this kind of sounds like a bit of BS advice. Yeah, okay, I'll play, I'll celebrate, cool. But what do I actually do? This is not just a fluffy answer. This is serious direction. Make your life play. That might mean play with your kids, play with your dog, or it might mean play with paint. It might mean, yeah, I have to sit down and write this email today. How can it be play? How can it feel fun? How can I take this not so seriously and enjoy myself? What would turn up my energy? So I'm sitting at my desk, I'm doing my work, and yet rainbow, cocktail, or whatever this might be, champagne, dancing through life. So how do we be full without feeling foolish? Take play seriously. Our next card, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. To be the full, to go from tower to full, to go from confined to totally free, this takes an awakening. Waking up to where you're really at in life. If you look around yourself and you wish you could jump out a window, if you look around yourself and you wish, you know, in the secret dark corners of your mind, oh, God, I wish I just got fired. I wish that person would dump me. I kind of wouldn't mind if you know, my car broke down or I had to move house or something drastic happened just to wake me up. Those are all signs we are not in the right place. So how do we get here? Waking up to the reality, waking up to what's going on around us, waking up to the things that we don't want. You might be in a place, compromise. Everything's a compromise. Oh, I don't really want to eat that, but I do it anyway. I don't really want to talk to that person, but I can't not reply. I don't want to be a part of that class, that group, that friendship circle, and yet we compromise, compromise, compromise. Wake up to the things that don't allow you to feel alive, that don't light you up, that aren't expansive. It is time for energetic upgrades. It's time for a new way of being. And then it's time to, when you're awake to that, integrate it, take action, do the work. If you see something and it's a tower, you want to break it down, you want to burn it down, you want to start again, you want to be free of it. The integration is who do I need to become to take that action, to take that step, to make that dream a reality. Our final Work Your Light Oracle card, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You see this person walking down the street, and if you're this person walking down the street, you know they are not dimming their light. They are not concerned about the judgments of others, the expectations of others. They don't even care what the people around them are choosing to do because they're focused on their choice, on their life, on their commitments, on what lights them up. So this card today, take the blinders off, stop fooling yourself because we want to be the fool, but we don't want to be foolish. What would it take for you to truly shine your light? And what does that look like for you? Spoiler, if you've been dimming your light your whole life, if you've been compromising yourself this whole time, if you've been determined not to see who you really are and what you really want, it won't be an overnight thing either. Give yourself love, give yourself grace, apply a lot of compassion straight to your heart. It's okay that you're not going to go from tower to fool overnight. It's not just one decision. Well, it's one decision away, but it's not one action away. So take the pressure off. How are you dimming your light to fit in? Open up, get curious, work on it, and know it's a journey. Maybe it's you get one little star brighter every day. I was trying to think of what light is measured in, and I have no idea. What's you're just one little turn of the dial brighter every day. Until finally, one day you look back and you go, I used to be a candle, now I'm the sun. I used to be a flickering flame, and now I'm a freaking bonfire. Takes time, takes fuel, takes energy. Are you ready? Are you willing? Are you going to go for it? Let me know. All right, so the next card I'm going to pull, because let's keep getting messages, is from the Find Your Purpose deck by Jess Sanders. We're pulling a card from the Find Your Purpose deck because sometimes what we need to make change, to integrate, to embody, to transform, to actually act on what we're realizing, we need a bit of a direction. We need a bit of a push. We need a bit of oomph behind us. That's it for today. There's stuff on both sides. So on the picture side, we've got all these presents. To me, this is very love, self-care. This is a gift you give yourself. So really lean in to the fact that whatever's on this other side, I don't know yet. Whatever's on the other side of your tower, whatever's on the other side of your life right now, it's a gift you get to give yourself. And also, I love that there's so many gifts. Like, you keep giving it to yourself. It's not a one and done. Keep going. All right, so we've got a quote by Glennon Doyle. If you feel something calling you to dance or write or paint or sing, please refuse to worry about whether you're good enough. Just do it. Be generous. Offer a gift to the world that no one else can offer, yourself. That is the Fool. That is not dimming your light to fit in. That is play. That is vision, celebration. You are the gift. You are the gift you give yourself. You are the gift you give the world. You are a gift when you're being yourself. This is just beautiful. We've got a question and we've got an affirmation. The question is, what am I feeling called to do? The affirmation, I don't have to be the best at something to share it with the world. Some of you out there are holding back, are willfully being blind to your own greatness, are dimming your light, are living in that box because there's a sneaky little sabotagey voice in you, wherever it's come from, doesn't matter, but there's a little voice going, you're not good enough. There's people that are better. Who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. That are the bricks that built this tower. We're busting out. We're breaking free. We're not being prisoner anymore to conformity. You might be a fool, but you're not foolish. Alrighty, these are beautiful. You're a gift. Today has been a gift. Let's look at the mystery card before we close out this reading. Ooh, it's 12:21. You have the Five of Bows, Empowerment. Now, I love this card, and every time it comes up in a reading, I'm literally like, it's big D energy. This is big you energy. This is big empowerment energy. This is you have everything that it takes to own yourself, honor yourself, show up for yourself, and be yourself. You are the gift. Love it, love it, love it. If there is any part of you, and there probably is, and there might be, and it's okay if there is, that doubts, that questions, that isn't quite sure, do whatever it takes to strengthen your belief in yourself, to do something that makes you feel empowered. Maybe even, just another little message here, work on getting the tools, getting the support, getting whatever it takes for you to feel prepared enough to go live that beautiful, shining, full life that you want, that you deserve, and that you desire. Thank you for joining me for the reading this week. This is for the 24th to the 30th of June. What a powerful way to end out the month. Now, because this is the last week of the month, if you want to get ready for July, I'm like, what comes after June? If you want to get ready for July, if you want to feel prepared, if you want to feel confident, if you want to feel that you have all the tools that you need in order to be living this, to be in the gift, to love in your life, order a 30-day forecast. The details are below. It's super affordable. If you need a payment plan, I can split it in two. We can work something out. Reach out or book it today. And of course, if you want to see me face to face and I read your cards personally, book one of the Zoom readings. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Enjoy this week.